hands should... How was that sit down for you? Did that feel natural? Of course, it wasn't natural. None of the... When you see people do that sort of stuff in vlogs and videos, it's meant to look natural and casual, meant to put you at ease, make you feel relaxed, like everything's just ad-libbed and done on the spur of the moment. But of course, it's not. You got to set up the camera and the microphone and the lights and, you know, set up the frame. None of it is None of it is sorry, having trouble with my words already. I've hit the whiskey today because it's been a hell of a day. But yeah, none of it's spontaneous. But I don't know why people. I mean, I know why they do it. I don't know why viewers tolerate it, because it's so transparent, at least to me. Anyway, hi, I'm Blunty. Kind of kicking it old school with a vlog style thing today, which I haven't done a true lifestyle vlog thing in friggin' ages. Used to do them all the time, and then I got more and more into talking about products and things and reviews and editorial pieces and opinion pieces, and it got less and less about what I've been up to. Which, if you aren't curious, by the way, because I know people are going to ask, this is Badger's Bluff. It's fresh cut American whiskey. This is the sneaky apple flavour, which I just discovered a couple of days ago. I was after something alcoholic in the fridge at the bottle shop, liquor store, if you will. And there was like a pack of 4 of these for $9. And I went, pack of 4, pre-mixed whiskies for $9. I'll give it a go. And just to be clear, this isn't some sort of product placement or paid advertisement or anything. I don't even know who makes this. It's about as strong as beer. It's got an appley taste. I don't think there are any real apples in here, are there? Yeah, no mention of apples at all. So it's an artificial apple flavour or apple derivative flavour or something. It tastes appley enough. It tastes like a cider, but without the cider sort of bitiness to the acidity you get with a lovely cider. And it has a distinct taste of fairly average. I mean, they're not going to use top shelf whiskey in a pre-mixed drink, are they? But it tastes, it doesn't burn. There's no sort of heat or it's not heavily aromatic or anything like, a really good sip of whiskey is. But it definitely tastes of whiskey, and it's really quite pleasant. The apple flavour gives it a sort of crisp freshness, good summer drink. This is the second pack of 4 I bought. I bought these ones today after polishing off the entire 4-pack in one go the other day, and I'm probably going to go through all 4 of these today because this is already the second one. But in any case, I'm just not having any fortune today or this week or this month, actually, in just finding motivation to get shit done. I mean, I'm real happy with the videos I put out this month. I mean, there's some really good, high production quality, videos and bits and pieces I've put out. Even the sort of off the cuff, ad-libbed ones like the one I did about the Microsoft VR stuff, and the video, the build of the PC and the laptop review, and the bits and pieces. I'm happy with the stuff I'm doing. It's just it's been a real struggle to get it done, to find the motivation to just. Because I'm so scatterbrained this month, and I can't figure out exactly why, and I don't know. We all have those times, don't we? And if you're wondering, yes, I will be at this year's PAX Australia. So if you are going, give me a shout out in the down below area, and feel free to come up to me and say hello and have a chat and get a selfie if you must. Do not, and I say this every time, that people just if I'm staring at the back of my camera shooting something, don't bother me. Feel free to just hang around behind me. Don't sort of hover on my shoulder. A few steps away, hover in the corner back there. When I put the camera down, come on over and say hi. Just don't interrupt me when I'm shooting, because at events like this, sometimes you only get one shot at getting a particular shot because something might be happening, or a certain, someone in costume is playing a game and I want that shot or something. So don't ruin my shots and we'll be cool. I had a big to-do list today, and this isn't the video I was planning to make. This is just an off-cuff thing. I was going to do a review of, I've finished off a review of, I've been testing some iPhone cases that Signet sent me. There's another company that sent me another iPhone case, which I don't think I've got on my thing at the moment. There's the Corsair XTI SSD, which I've still got to finish the review of, and the cooler I talked about, and the PC build I did the other day. I can't focus my energy on getting those done. I've got the B-roll done. I've got the parts of the script done. I've got to polish it off and record it and put it. It's not a big job to get done. It's just I can't get in there and I don't know what that was. It's a gift waiting to happen, I think. I did make some progress today on the to-do list, and if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know this already. My sunglasses, these things, which are probably the least favourite sunglasses I've ever owned, though I don't think they look very good on my face, quite honestly. But I found them out in the world, sitting on a bench in a park, like an hour after I broke the sunglasses I was wearing. Sunglasses I used to get compliments on when I would wear them in videos. They go, "Hey, Blunty, I love your glasses. Where'd you get them?" And they were just like a $15 pair of no-brand Polaroid lens plastic glass thing I got from the markets, and I couldn't tell people. But, you know, they were kind of fashion. I've never really cared about fashion, but they were kind of fashionable and they looked good on my face. And it's the third pair I had of those, and they keep breaking, so I stopped buying them. And now I can't buy them anymore, even if I wanted to, because I can't find them. Went out to the markets today, Paddy's Markets, for in Sydney, Paddy's Markets, to buy a new pair, and I got 4 pairs of sunglasses because one of the little market stalls down in Paddy's Market had like a $5 sale. And I will bugger it. I was going to spend $15 or $20 on one pair. I'll get a couple of pairs. That way, if one of them breaks, because they are just cheap little, Chinese import knockoff market glasses, that way I'll have a spare, and I won't have to go back to my emergency ones, which have not been my emergency ones. They've been with me for about a year now. But the lenses on these are all terribly scratched up, and they've just gotten to the point where they're so scratched up they're distracting when I put them on. All you can see is the light hitting the scratches, and had to get new glasses. So I got some. I picked out 3 pairs. 2 pairs with the same frame and different lenses, and 1 pair with a slightly different frame with mirrored lenses for wearing outside. I gave them to the woman there, and she said, "Oh, that's $15. Oh, you get you get a 4th one for free." And I went, "Well, I'm buying 3 anyway. Why not pick out a 4th one?" So I spent another few minutes trying to find a 4th pair. I wound up getting the 4th pair is the same frame as the 2 I've got. These have all just got slightly different coloured lenses in them. One of them's sort of a darky browny kind of lens. The other one's a slightly darker browny kind of lens. The other one's a sort of that greeny tint with the fade going to the bottom. So you can, I can wear them in different situations. And, if in situations where it's rude to wear sunglasses, where people can't see your eyes, like you're at a meeting or a party or something, but it happens to be outdoors, and my eyes are very light sensitive, so I need to wear some sort of protection to stop myself squinting like this all the time. No, we're the ones where they can see my eyes. So yeah, I made sure I got some pairs with some lighter lenses, so I can actually keep them on and stop squinting, but people can actually see my eyes, and when we're having a conversation, and I don't seem quite as So what do you reckon? Which is your favourite pair? I'll you know what? I'll do some iPhone selfie shots for you. What else can I talk about? I've got to stretch this out into some sort of content. I don't have any fancy B-roll to edit in, like the daily vloggers that have sort of sprung up in the last few years on YouTube. I mean, way back in the day, like when I first started, like 10 years ago on YouTube. 10 years. Vlogging was just about all anyone ever did. The content creation kind of stuff evolved as YouTube went on, and the audience grew, and people started doing stunt videos and viral videos and little mini movies and documentary style stuff. And you got people out there like Casey Neistat, I think that's how you say his name, Casey Neistat, who I've been aware of for quite some time, because he's the big name in daily vloggers right now, and he was a movie maker, and he worked on TV shows and stuff, so he's got a long history of knowing what he's doing when it comes to shooting and cameras and stuff, and he uses a lot of drone shots. And I've been watching a lot of his stuff over the last couple of days, trying to reinvigorate my own, because like I said to you, I've got a lack of motivational drive or focus at the moment. So I kept getting, like on Twitter, every week or two, there would be someone who would mention me and Casey and a couple of other, big name YouTubers who they follow in the same sentence and go, "What do you reckon of this?" Or something happened recently where Casey nicked a technique from another vlogger where he did some side-by-side comparisons on GoPros, and he credited that other guy for, I saw this technique used in this guy's video, and I borrowed it from him, giving credit where credit's due, which is a nice thing to do. And the other guy was like, "Yeah, it's about time someone gave me credit for my technique." Except that side-by-side camera comparison technique that he was claiming as his own, like he invented it. I have been doing that since before his account even existed, so I let him know on Twitter. No response. None. But yeah, the whole daily vlogging thing has evolved quite significantly over the years, and stuff like, people like Casey Neistat have got tons of B-roll and music breaks and bits and pieces, and he slices it up. I mean, the actual content in each one of his, like, say it's 10-minute vlog. The actual content where he's talking about stuff is maybe 2 minutes worth. And he just spreads it out covering up with B-roll, and I actually shot some drone footage and stuff, which is perfectly fine. My own videos tend to be much more information dense, which may be a horrible thing or it may be a terrific thing, depending on which side of the fence you're on. You know, do you want to sit back and watch Casey just draw something out, tell a little story, because he's really good at storytelling, or you come to me and I deliver, densely packed wall-to-wall information, no breaths, no music breaks and stuff like that. Just, different techniques for different strokes. I'm not going to sort of start trying to emulate him, but I might steal a few ideas off him because I want a way to reinvigorate what I do here. I need to, every now and again, I just need to turn a corner in the stuff I do on YouTube to stop myself getting bored, because if I get bored making the content becomes crap, which is kind of what happened the first half of this year. I mean, it's not crap content. I had a lot of adventures. I went, where did I go? I went on like 4 different trips. I went to the USA and Bangkok and Taipei and London and all that sort of stuff. That was fun adventure, and that got me out of my comfort zone doing different kinds of things as well. But stuff here in the studio, everything feels kind of the same-ish, and I'm approaching things in the same way. I want to punch it up. So I've been watching people like Casey, mainly Casey Neistat, actually, not many others at this stage, because he's got a lot of stuff, and it took me a while to process what his appeal was. Because the first time I actually watched one of his videos was a month or two back when he flew to Australia for a YouTube event thing, which I wasn't invited to, because once upon a time I was a big fish in a small pond, but these days I'm a very small fish in a very large pond, which, I'm not complaining about. I'm perfectly happy doing what I do, but it means I don't, I'm not on YouTube's radar anymore, not by a long shot. There was a point in time where I was having conversations on a weekly basis, a couple of times a week. I would talk to the people at YouTube, and, there was back and forth on the way the service was evolving, and I actually influenced some features, and those days are long gone. I've got no influence anymore. I wish I did, because, geez, there's so many things I want to change and make better. Oh, well. I was driving to a point there somewhere, but I've forgotten. Oh, yeah, right. One of the first Casey Neistat videos I actually watched. Like I said, I was aware of him. Watch the one where he came to Australia and did the thing. And I couldn't, for the life of me, figure out what his appeal was based on that one video. It took me 20, 30 videos before I sort of fell into the pattern, the rhythm, his approach, and it started to appeal to me, and I have now subscribed to him, so I will be watching him on an ongoing basis, and hopefully he provides me with the same kind of inspiration that millions. Is it millions? I don't know. I've got it up on my Apple TV here at the moment. I can't see the numbers. 5.5 million subscribers, nearly 5.6 million subscribers. So yeah, rolling back on the back of the point. I'm not going to change what I do. I may introduce some different stuff. I may take a different approach. I need to refresh myself, so I am not feeling like I have to do, like the thing I was talking about before. I feel like I have to finish that video, and I have to finish that video, and I have to finish that video, and I want to feel like, I get to work on this video. I can't wait to get this up. And, that's the majority of my YouTube career I've spent doing that. This fucking fun. Yes, I can't wait to get this up and see how people react. And now it's like, now once I get into the editing process, it flows along really quickly, but it's just getting that start that's getting tough for me. So I need to find a new approach. So I may try something new at PAX, actually. When I go to events, there's a certain pattern that I follow. I spend the first day basically getting B-roll, going to the booth, saying hello, maybe grab a few talking head interviews. And on the second day, I go and I visit the booths and get whatever interviews and stuff that I need, longer form type of stuff. And on the third day, if I need it, I'll go back and grab any B-roll that I missed along the way. I'm thinking what I might try at this PAX is try and grab everything in sort of one gulp. And I did a little bit of this at EB Expo. I would just sort of grab everything all at once from one part of the expo and then make a video about it immediately, instead of grabbing all of the material and then spending the next week afterwards putting the material together in various ways. So yeah, I might try something a little more spontaneous, a little more off the cuff, a little more fluid, a little more pretend natural, like the intro where I sat down on the chair and went, "Oh, hi guys, I didn't see you there." I'm staring at this on my desk. Got a new toy to try out at PAX Australia as well. This is not the gimbal that I reviewed like a week and a half ago or something, the big one. This is a slightly smaller version of that, so this won't do the big DSLRs, but it is even more compact, a little bit cheaper, and it will still do mirrorless stuff, and it also does smaller cameras, so my iPhone can go on here as well, although I do have a dedicated iPhone gimbal as well. But, you know, the GoPro and a bunch of other different cameras, and my you know, Sony RX100, which, man, this thing, so beat up. So actually, speaking of beat up, where's my GoPro? Oh, GoPro Hero 3 Plus Black Edition. I keep waiting for this thing to die. It's just basically bulletproof ice. I mean, I have other action cams, and some of them are almost as good as this. I mean, one of the ones I reviewed recently is a little bit better even in some respects, but GoPro is the one I have spare batteries for. So this is the one I take to events and shoot with, because if I only have one battery for a camera, particularly a camera that can run out in sort of an hour, 90 minutes worth of shooting or something, yeah, that's why I still use the GoPro, even though it's terribly beat up. And I keep waiting for this thing to die, and it's just so, it's manky, and it needs to clean this. I don't know whether a layer of filth is peeling off this thing, or there's some sort of protective layer that was painted on this thing that is now peeling off after so much use, but it's kind of gross and awful, and I just accidentally turned it on. But yeah, I keep waiting for an excuse to replace that with another GoPro. Do they still use the same? Do they still use the same battery in the new GoPro, like the 5s and stuff? That's what I got to check out, because if they don't, then I'm back to square one again. I might as well just grab some extra batteries for one of my other action cams. I don't know. And I think that's it for me. My boring talking head vlog with no fancy B-roll, no drone footage of the city. Actually, I wonder if I do have some drone footage of Sydney that I got with the Bebop 2 when I reviewed that. I wonder if I've got that in the archives here somewhere. I can pull that in and start putting it in there and throw some music under it. Be all Casey. Oh, I can be Casey. I can wear sunglasses indoors, although mine don't have paint all over them. I'm sure I've got some paint around here somewhere. No, maybe I'll be original. I won't put paint on mine. I won't copy Casey. What I'll do is I'll put a bunch of gaffer tape on there or something. Original. I'm going to finish this off, then finish off the other two. So, yeah, by the time this is all put together and uploaded, I'll probably be through all these. So the comment section should be fun for the first couple of hours of this video. See ya. I suppose a bit of leaf frame. And as we begin, oh, my back. Oh. No, actually, no. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do the thing that this is another one. I don't know why people do this. I'm going to reach for the camera and then cut out as I grab the camera because there's a reason to leave that in an edit for realism, because people don't know that you have to touch the camera to turn it off. That's why you leave that in the edit. But my light's in the way. Hang on. There we go.